In April 1957, a large object was seen on radar at RAF West Freugh near Stranraer at 50,000 feet, which was stationary for 10 minutes over the Irish Sea. It moved vertically to 70,000 feet and was also tracked by radar at Ardwell. The object did an impossible sharp turn and was described as being as large as a ship, bigger than a normal aircraft. On April 4, 1957, at RAF West Freugh near Stranraer, while monitoring a test bombing exercise, radar units of the Ministry of Supply Bombing Trials Unit, headquartered at RAF West Freugh, observed the UK's most reported UFO incident. Awaiting a test over Luce Bay from an aircraft RAE Farnborough, the civilian radar operators of the Ministry of Supply were told to turn their sets off due to a delay. One unit at Balscalloch near Corswell Point did not receive the signal. They observed a large and solid unidentified echo, an almost stationary object, located above the Irish Sea. It remained stationary for 10 minutes at an initial height of 50,000 feet, 20 to 25 miles north of Stranraer. Its height then increased to 70,000 feet. The Balscalloch unit contacted West Freugh Air Traffic Control and informed the controller that there were now several moving targets. These were moving at speeds of thousands of miles per hour, and the echoes were like nothing the radar operator had ever seen before. West Freugh observed the targets, as did the now switched-on Ardwell unit, 14 miles to their south, confirming the observation. After 10 minutes, the position began to move northeast at speeds gradually increasing up to 70 miles per hour, and at a height of 54,000 feet. A third radar station then confirmed the target, and noted that after the radar echo had traveled about 20 miles, it did an impossible sharp turn and proceeded in a southeasterly direction, whilst increasing its speed. The third station then tracked 4 objects at 14,000 feet altitude and 4,000 yards line astern from each other, which was confirmed by Balscalloch. The radar operators noted the echoes were much larger than those of normal planes, size being nearer to that of a ship. RAF intelligence ordered radar stations throughout the UK to be on 24-hour alert. A few days later, civilian operators reported the incident to various newspapers, including the Sunday Dispatch, which published the incident on April 7, 1957. An Air Ministry spokesman declined to make a detailed statement until a full report had been studied by experts, while Wing Commander Walter Whitworth, RAF West Freugh commanding officer, made an Air Ministry-approved statement.
I have been ordered by the Air Ministry to say nothing about the object. I am not allowed to reveal its position, course, and speed. From the moment of picking it up, it was well within our area. It was an object of some substance, quite definitely not a freak. No mistake could have been made by the civilians operating the sets. They are fully qualified and experienced officers.
Questions were asked in Parliament, and the Air Ministry were eventually obliged to admit they were unable to explain the incident. As the incident had leaked to the press, internal RAF records were well preserved, although details of official records are protected by the Official Secrets Act. However, in an RAF meeting minutes document of 1970, Whitworth additionally commented that,
after remaining stationary for a short time, the UFO began to rise vertically with no forward movement, rising rapidly to approximately 60.000 feet in much less than a minute. The UFO then began to move in an easterly direction, slowly at first but later accelerating very fast and traveling towards Newton Stewart, losing height on the way. Suddenly the UFO turned to the southeast, picking up speed to 240 miles per hour as it moved towards the Isle of Man. It was at this stage that the radar signals became contradictory. Balscalloch tracked a single object at high altitude, while Ardwell picked up what appeared to be 4 separate objects moving line astern behind each other at a height of 14.000 feet. As the echoes disappeared, all 3 radars fleetingly traced the 4 smaller UFOs trailing behind the larger object. The UFO had been tracked for 36 minutes.